It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Baker Mayfield. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bucs and the Texans, just ahead on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go. As it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers are 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, the numbers for Pierce last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Stroud now on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances Go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Taken in at the 11. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 73 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Desmond King deep for Houston. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's King. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Here's Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Let's go now.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Right side complete to Mechie. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Excellent job pushing through tackles that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And spotted at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down. They cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Mayfield on play action. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in wondering what on earth is going on here.
And Brandon, I reflect back to one time we had one of those deep philosophical talks about getting up every day and going to work and the whole deal. Can you imagine what it's like for this team? Every morning they wake up. They haven't won a game yet. How do they figure their way out of this one? How do they play well enough to get at least one win before this season is over?
Mayfield now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big time crowd.
Throws in a double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just felt incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
From the gun, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown. Chris Godwin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston set to take over. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. John Mechie was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Stroud off the play fake. That is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Stroud. Over the middle. That's caught by Mechie. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow, chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Chris Barnes gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
That was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. Will Anderson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. On the return, it's King. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
In the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They lost 7 in a row coming into this ball game, but lo and behold, they have the lead here as this drive begins. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Evans. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there. He launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Mayfield on 1st down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This 2nd and 4. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit.
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Going for it with Pierce. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Now here's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Fairbairn is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted.
Automatic 1st down.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Stroud on 3rd down now. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give to Edmonds. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very well executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings it within a point now. It's 14-13. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Running back Chase Edmonds gets set to start this next series. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, nice move. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Jake Camarda now. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This is 2nd and 8. Stroud now on 2nd down. He gets this one to Mechie. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Caught left side by Mechie. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
2nd and 9.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Play action.
Here's Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. And he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back. And you end up getting the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here goes Stroud again.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fullback. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Stroud.
And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 50